was I don't know if you remember a lot earlier, even in WCW, where he was just like really like kind of like a bruiser and always really a tough fight and always picking apart.
Oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, definitely. I remember he was a tough son of a bitch. I remember, but it just to me he fits more to Regal to me. I
Yeah,
don't
I
know if
can.
I see Regal when
Yeah.
I see Pete Dunne. And
Yeah.
I've read online, and I'm not sure if this is true, and I don't even know if they've even had a conflict against each other. I know they had a little thing during the UK tournament, but I heard rumors that it could be Dunne versus Regal in a match. Eventually down the line, I'm not sure if Regal can even go anymore. But I would love to see the interaction between the two of those. I would love to see Pete Dunne eventually land on NXT because I
Yeah.
think
He's got a few matches here and there, but yeah, I understand what you're saying.
yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, like on the NXT show. Because other than that, we won't see Pete Dunne on the WWE network unless they
Yeah.
do another UK special.
All that. Yeah.
So we won't see him, for a while. So that's what I mean. I wish we could see these guys. I mean, like you said, you want them to have their own show. I'm not sure how the hell they would do that unless they teamed up with maybe a wrestling company over in the UK. Like I know Progress has done stuff with WWE, and Pete Dunne's the current Progress World Champion. So I mean, maybe they can work something out with them, but I don't know how they would work a TV show in the UK based
Well, I
on
know
UK
they're all signed contracts. I know that all these guys are signed under WE type contracts. Because the first weekend of the tournament, the next weekend, Pete Dunne was scheduled to wrestle for somebody under like Flow Slam, and like within like a day later, Pete Dunne was pulled from that show because
The only way they
the
would do it is if they flew all the guys that they felt like were going to be on the UK show, and we don't know how many guys that would be, and kept them in Orlando or wherever they would have them, and so they could film every week. Which I don't
yeah
know if they could do that. Unless maybe once a month they flew WWE people over and they taped
yeah.
pre-taped shows. Flew over there.
JR and somebody. I know they said they wanted to be Nigel, which would make sense. You could take him because he's not going to be working for a WE Orlando every single week. So, I mean, you could take.
You could go over there, tape the matches, and then have Jim and Nigel do the voiceovers.
Exactly. You could like send have matches. Or,
And they know, and they've done that shit before, so they know what to do.
like the
We'll see.
show that,
I thought the match was good. Definitely match of the year candidate. Glad Pete won, and I had the same kind of feeling. Like I don't know why they gave the title to Tyler Bate, but man, that dude is awesome. Tyler Bate is awesome.
he's good. Yeah, I think he's good too. But I don't know. I just think.
But yeah, I'm more of a Pete Dunne guy. But
I like his style. He reminds me of what Triple H was like a lot younger, and then he just his style and his just roughneck style, just
yeah,
a little bit of. He reminds you of a little bit of a lot of the hybrid wrestlers a lot. He reminds you a little bit of maybe Philly William Regal. I also think like Daniel Bryan when he first came in, he was doing the same kind of style where he was not like the bruiserweight, but more of the submission, picking your fingers and pulling them back and all that. I remember Daniel Bryan doing stuff like that when he came in, just using his submission style wrestling, which is really cool. I think just watching him bend and separate the fingers and then doing all that crazy stuff.
a lot of stuff you don't see very often.
Chain wrestling.
Let's
Exactly.
see. Oh, I'll ask you these two questions after the next match we talk about, which is the tag team title match, was with the main event of tonight. And a lot of speculation before the match. Oh, there's got to be some kind of huge angle going to happen since it's the main event. There's going to be a heel turn since it's the main event. And by golly, we got a heel turn, which I kind of didn't see coming, but then I kind of did.
I thought something was gonna happen. I wasn't sure. I was like, is someone gonna show up?
Maybe we'll see another tag team debut. Maybe we'll see, someone come and attack Gargano and chomp a, he turns on him. But damn, the way they played the heel turn was so perfect because, I didn't really care for after what move did they do to AOP to get on top of the ladders, and then they just got up really quick like nothing happened, and then they power bombed them twice. But it was like they like kind of no-selled it to me. But the match itself was awesome. The slammed through the ladder was insane. They overshot that dive onto the ladders. That they almost killed themselves. Like they could have really hurt themselves tonight. Well, let's talk about the kill team before I get your thoughts on the match. I liked how they set it up to where they're walking out to backstage. WWE even put the copyright logo up, thinking the show's gonna go off the air, and then all of a sudden, Ciampa just attacks Gargano in the most brutal way. This was freaking almost barbershop triple HBK Marty Jannetty type stuff, where you didn't want to see this tag team end in this type of a way. Ciampa turns on Gargano and he throws him in through a table. What did you think of the match, and what do you think is next with Ciampa and Gargano?
We have to get a feud or something going with them for the next month or 2 months, where the next takeover is, probably SummerSlam. So that's definitely going to be a slow build, like 3 months.
Gargano off TV for a little bit.
Maybe. I mean, that would make. I guess that'd be smart. I guess keep him away from the TV. But I do think they need to do something else because they have all these guys there, and they only have one title plus tag titles alone. I think they just need something else for a lot of these guys. There's so many guys there that could be competing for something else, and that probably never really do anything because there's only one title, and Bobby Roode right now is perfectly set with that title. I don't think he's losing it for a while, but I thought the match was good. There was a lot of crazy spots. I mean, I actually thought they were going to win. I was like, okay, maybe they're putting this match on now because if people want Bobby Roode to lose, then he's going to win, and so you have this match because you want to leave the fans go home happy with Gargano and Ciampa winning the titles.
Mm-hmm.
And they tease that really bad, and a lot of people hate Author's Pain.
I don't know why. I don't understand why. I don't mind. I actually like Authors of Pain. I think from being people who barely ever wrestled to what they are now, I mean, they've showed me that they can go. I mean, at least in these last 2 takeovers, they've done really good. What about you? Dave, you there? Oh, did we lose Dave? I can't hear you, Dave. Oh, he's frozen. Well, gosh darn it. We lost Dave for a minute. I'm going to have to invite him again. Gosh. But basically, we were saying he was saying a lot of people hate the Authors of Pain, which I don't really understand why they hate the Authors of Pain. I think they've progressed a lot since when they first debuted. So it is what it is. Dave, if you're still watching, you gotta back out so I can send you another invite. Yeah, that's pretty it. The Gargano and Ciampa turns on Gargano. Looks like we're gonna probably see a feud between them two. In the next couple of weeks, probably won't see Gargano on TV for a little bit. But yeah, I think for the most part, let me invite him back. They played off that heel turn very good, to the point to where a lot of people were upset to see it happen. So I thought NXT Takeover was pretty good for what it was worth. It wasn't one of those huge NXT Takeovers. Oh, David's back. Hey, Dave. Can you hear me, Dave? And he's gone again, it looks like. Dave? Nope. Dave? I can't hear you, though. Darn.